Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Slokir Bhaktir Bhavati Noistikim. Hare Krishna. So today we will recite Srimad Bhagavatam text chapter 31. The chapter name is Lord Kapila's instructions on the movement of the living entities. So, and text number 19. Pashyati ayam dishanaya nanu shapta badri sharire ke dama shariri apara shadehi jat kasrishtaya sham tam aham purusham puranam Pashe bohiridi chaitam eva pratitam Pashyati ayam gandhi dishanaya nanu shapta Bodri Sharira ke dama shariri apara shadehim Jataka sishtaya yasham tam aham purusham puranam Pashi bohiridi chaitam eva pratitam Pashyati ayam dishanaya nano shapta badri sharire ke dama shariri apara shadehim Jataka srishtaya yasham tam aham purusham puranam pashe bohiridi chachatam eva pratitam. Synonyms: Pashyati, sees, ayam, this living entity, and dishanaya, with intelligent, nono, only, shapta bodhiri, bound by the 7 layers of material covering. Sharirike, agreeable and disagreeable sense perceptions. Dhamma Shariri, having a body for self-control. Apara, another. Shadehe, in his body. Jat, by the Supreme Lord. Sistaya, endowed. Asham, watch. Tam, him. Aham, I. Purusham, person. Puranam, or oldest. Pashyai, see. Bohi, outside. Ridhi, in the heart. Cha, and Chaitam, the source of the ego. Iva, indeed. Pratitam, recognized. Translation and purport written by Srila Prabhupada and Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: the living entity in another type of body sees only by instinct. He knows only the agreeable and disagreeable sense perceptions of that particular body. But I have a body in which I can control my senses and can understand my destination. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by whom I have been blessed with this body and by whose grace I can see Him within and without. Purport. The evolutionary process of different types of bodies in something like that of a fructify flower, just as there are different stages in the growth of a flower. The bud stage, the blooming stage, and the full-fledged grown-up stage of aroma and beauty. Similarly, there are 84 lakhs species of bodies in gradual evolution, and there is systematic progress from the lower species of life to the higher. The human form of life is supposed to be the highest, for it offers consciousness for getting out of the process of birth and death. The fortunate child in the womb of his mother realizes his superior position and is thereby distinguished from other bodies. Animals in bodies lower than that of human being are conscious only as far as their bodily distress and happiness are concerned. They cannot think of more than their bodily necessities of life, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. But in the human form of life, by the grace of God, the consciousness is so developed that a man can evaluate his exceptional position and thus realize the self and the Supreme Lord. The word Dharma Shorili means that we have a body in which we can control the senses and the mind. The complication of materialistic life is due to an uncontrolled mind and uncontrolled senses. One should feel grateful to the Supreme Personality of Godhead for having obtained such a nice human form of body, and one should properly utilize it. The distinction between an animal and a man is that the animal cannot control himself and has no sense of decency, whereas the human being has the sense of decency and can control himself. If this controlling power is not exhibited by the human being, then he is no better than an animal. By controlling the senses or by the process of yoga regulation, one can understand the position of his self, the supersoul, the world, and their interrelation. Everything is possible by controlling the senses. Otherwise, we are no better than animals. Real self-realization by means of controlling the senses is explained herein. One should try to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead and one's own self also. To think of oneself the same as the Supreme is not self-realization. Here it is clearly explained that the Supreme Lord is Anadi or Purana, and he has no other cause. The living entity is born of the Supreme Godhead as part and person. It is confirmed in Brahma Samhita, Anadir Adi Govinda. Govinda, the Supreme Person, has no cause. He is unborn, but the living entity is born of him. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Momo Bangshoi, both the living entity and the Supreme Lord are unborn. But it has to be understood that the supreme cause of the part and person is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahma Samhita therefore says that everything has come from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sarva Karma Karmanam. The Vedanta Sutta confirmed this also. Jarmadi Oshya Jata. The absolute truth is the original source of everything, everyone's birth. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. I am the source of birth of everything, including Brahma and Lord Shiva and the living entities. This is self-realization. One should know that he is under the control of the Supreme Lord and not think that he is fully independent. Otherwise, why should he be put into conditional life. Om Jnanantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jana Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jainam Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Shapadantikam Vandehang Sri Guru Sri Juta Pada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupang Shakra Jatam Shagana Raghunathan Nitam Tang Shajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Shagana Lolita Sri Vishakanitamishcha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhabhya Evacha Patitanang Pavanebha Vaishnavabho Namo Namo Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Pashyati ayam dishanayam anusapta bradri Sharire ke dama sharire apasadehi Jat seshtayayasham tam aham purusham puranam Pasye bahuridi cha chaitam iva pratitam. Here, here it is the Kapil Dev explain about the uh, birth and death, the life cycle. That is so, and comparing the birth and death of animal life or other lives than the human life. So, uh, this is also Bhagavan Sri Krishna explained to Arjuna uh, um, in 5,000 years back also in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. That is one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities doesn't upon leaving the body take his birth again in this world, but attain my eternal abode, O Arjuna. That means that uh, uh, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities doesn't upon leaving the body taking his birth again in. So one must have to understand, one must have to realize who is Lord Krishna. There are so many examples I am giving in here today. That is, Janma karma chame divyam jo me betti tattata takta deham punajjanma naiti mameti sho Arjuna. What Krishna told here that Tyaktadeha punajjanma. Naiti mameti sho Arjuna. The person who understand with the bhakti and to me, then he will never be take the birth and death process. So here only who can understand that consciousness, only human being. Human being, the body of the human being is the mercy of Lord Krishna. Actually, the original form of Lord Krishna is this kind of human body. But there is a difference between human body and Lord Krishna is that human body has the uh, all the 24 elements. But Krishna's body, there is, though he is like a human body, he doesn't have 24 elements. He is the Satchitananda, and the human body contains the uh, three subtle body, false ego, and intelligent mind, five gross elements, five sense objects, five knowledge acquiring senses, and five working senses, all kinds of material. It is content of the human body. Yes, human body, the most important, the human body is that human body can control the senses, but except human body nobody can control the senses. So for that reason human body is most important for the perseverance, for sadhana. So so that is, and human body has the capacity uh, to see Lord inside and outside. But the other living entities, they can't. So they are, why they cannot? Because they cannot control the senses. Their main thing is meeting, eating, mating, and defending. Their main thing. So that is the other. That is the difference between human body and the other uh, uh, living entities body. So here, Srila Prabhupada very nicely explained that how to get this human body. The human body is a very, very important body. This is after Surashi Lokka, 84 lakhs uh, born in 84 lakhs of body, then one person can get the human body. So this life, our life, is most valuable than the others in the other living entity. So this life is the most important for sadhana to Lord Krishna, surrender to on his lotus feet, and to get the mercy of him, not to get any death, birth and death process. So this human body is most important. In Shastra, it was mentioned that Ashishitam Chaturachaiva Lokatanaka Jiva Jatishu Brahmadvi Purushoi Prapyam Manushyamaka Jarma Pajayat Tataka Hobi Avalatam Jata Tesham Atma Abhimaninam Bharakanam Anasita Govinda Charanadayam. So that this, after getting this body, that means after 84 lakhs of birth and that process, then the human body can start their sadhana. Here one point is that when in previous text in this chapter, it was mentioned that Kapil Dev, how the mm, how we born. That is after when we are in the womb of mother, then how we there is a connection between the mother and the baby, then umbilical cord. Okay, so that umbilical cord, through the umbilical cord, the baby can eat, and after eating, then that baby passing the stool and urines. So that stool and urines, where it goes, it is within the womb. That womb is the layer of 7 layers. That womb, it is the 7 layers within the inside the 7 layers that baby is living. So, and he was within the stool and urine. We are all in the womb of the mother. We are stool. So, when after 7 months, then the little consciousness is coming to the baby. At that time, baby, he when he understand he is in a uncomfortable position, then he was praying to Lord, please take it out. I cannot stay anymore in this situation. Then after 10 months, then the Lord gave him the mercy and it get out. And at that time, in the womb, mother womb, he was praying also, Lord God, if you take it out, I will pray for you. I will pray for you. We already told to give the water to the Lord. We will pray for you. But we when we came out, the Maya, Krishna's Maya Shakti, that material body, 24 elements, is covering our soul, and we forgot to what we told to Lord Krishna, and we do not maintain that. That is because we are not praying to so Krishna Bohir Mukh Bhogo Vancha Kore Otoyep Maya Tare Japati Yadare. As because we are our sadhana, we are what we told to Krishna, we will pray to you. We are not praying. Then what happened? The Maya Shakti, Krishna's Maya Shakti, is captured ourselves. Japati Yadare is captured. So we are everybody in the Maya Shakti, under the Maya Shakti. So we must have to be very careful. So here Srila Prabhupada mentioned the evolutionary process of different types of body is something like that of a fructifying flowers, just as there are different stages in the growth of flower. So flower, how it is in Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, Madhurya Kadambini, also he mentioned in there also. That is first the, there is a bud stage. That bud stage. This is to explain, it will take long time. Just very shortly, I just mentioned in here that the first the bud stage, that is called the koli. Then the blooming stage, a little bit flower petals is coming out, and the full fleshed, then it is blooming. That grown up stage, it is that is when it is bloom, then the aroma and beauty is coming out. That's just like a lotus flower. So just a lotus flower, first it is a bud stage, then blooming stage, then full fleshed, grown up stage. At grown up stage, then aroma and beauty is coming out. So similarly, that there are 84 lakhs species of bodies in gradual evaluation, and there is systematic progress from the lower species of life to the higher. So human form of life is supposed to be that highest stage. So for that reason, human body is most important than other bodies. So, um, uh, so by this process, the human body can realize that the process of real self-realization by how it can be realized, that can be realized by controlling the senses. So that senses can be controlled by the human person. uh, can understand uh, human person can understand the position of their own self. Then he can understand the position of the super soul and the world and the relationship. That is that by the process of that, which is the process of self-realization. How it is possible? Only to control the senses and to pray and surrender on his lotus feet. So the Supreme Lord is who is the Super Soul, is an Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is an Anadi and Purana. That the living entity is, we are, everybody came from him, and we are part and parcel of him. In Brahma Samhita, Anadi Adi Govindam Sarva Karana Karanam. In Bhagavad Gita also it was mentioned that evidence that Mama Bangsha Jivo Loke Jivo Bhuta Sanatana Mama Shastrani Indriyani Papadistani Parshate. So Mama Bangsha Jivo Loke. So that this is who we are. Everybody part and parcel of him. Then and that is uh, so then Lord, He is the Sarva Karanam. That is again everything due to Him. That again in Vedanta Sutra also mentioned that Janmadi Oshyajata, that is the first Bhagavatam, first verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam, that is. And Bhagavan Krishna is also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. That is, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Matta Sarvam Pravattate Iti Matta Bhajanti Mam Buddha Bhava Samannita. So, the Aham Sarvasya, everything came out from me. That is also. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, it was also mentioned that after many, many births and death, one achieves the rare human form of life, who is, although temporary, affords one the opportunities to attain the highest perfection. So, though human body, it is not permanent. Within this period, most important period for us, for the perseverance. Thus, a sober human being should quickly endeavor for the ultimate perfection of life, known as long as his body, which is always subjected to death, has not fallen down and died. After all, some gratification is available even in the most abominable species of life, whereas Krishna consciousness is possible only for a human being. Very nicely Srila Prabhupada explained this translation for Labda Sudurlabhamedam Bahu Shambhava मनुष्याम अर्थदम अनित्यम ओपि इह धीरम चूर्णं जतेत न पत्येत अनुमृत्यु जावत निश्रेयसाय विषय खलु सर्वतः लब्ध सुदुर्लभम इदम बहु संभव अंते भाई बहु संभव अंते 84 लाख after 84 lakh birth and death, then we got this human life. This human life is most important than the other living species. To not to this life is only for the perseverance, not perseverance for not to take birth and death process. That is the important. Narottam Das Thakur was also mentioned that Hare Hare before Janama Goayinu Manusya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Nabhajiya Janiya Shuniya Vishakhainu. This Narottam Das Thakur, how he was before Janama Goayinu. We should, our life, we should not do other unnecessary work, only to serve Lord Krishna, his lotus feet, and then uh, to perseverance Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna, Manushya Janamopaya. A Manushya Jivan, we got it. And Radha Krishna Navajiya. Then if we do not uh, worship the Radha Krishna, then this life is not a valuable. So, in Srila Prabhupada always used to tell that, Prabhitire Bhutanang Nibritteshu Mahafalam. That means that there are two marga, Prabhitti marga and Nibritti marga. Prabhitti marga is attracted to the material nature, and the Nibritti marga it attracted to the spiritual nature. So this spiritual nature, we must always have to attract with the spiritual nature by surrendering on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Then processes was given and explained by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, 9 processes, and after along with surrendering process, that devotional service that served to lotus feet of Lord Krishna, Radha Shyam Sundarji, then our life will be successful. We do not come back. This very hard situation is like a how hard process. We can avoid this hard process to come and go. Uh, for that reason, that is the mm, uh, scriptures. In our scriptures, it was mentioned and emphasizes that, and Srila Prabhupada emphasizes in this text also that we must have to surrender unto his lotus feet, and we can and avoid to take birth and death. It is only possible for the human body. So I am concluding in here. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all goes to Srila Prabhupada.
We'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day and week ahead. A week filled with festivities. Today is Lalita Sashti, the very close associate of Srimati Radharani, Lalita and Vishakha. So Lalita Sashti, today is the appearance day of Lalita Devi. And in a couple of days, Wednesday, it's Radhastami, filled with festivities the whole day. So take up as much service as you can in the service of Srimati Radharani. As Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we are the servants of Srimati Radharani. All our Goswamis were Manjaris, or the assistants of the gopis of Srimati Radharani. So take that wonderful opportunity. We'd like to offer our prayers by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare.
Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jai Jai Nrsimha Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa Mugraveda Mahavishnum Juruntam Sarvatmamukam Nrsimha Vishanam Bhadra Mityam Mityam Namiham Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the Assembled Vaishnavas. Vancha Kalpataru Vaisya Kripa Sindhu Bhaya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Vaishnavinda ki jai, Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari.
Thank you, Dattatraya Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Dandavat pranam. Hare
Krishna, Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.